Hello everyone, it's week 3 of the Paper Mania prompt in the Facebook group, the Mixed Media Emporium, and the challenge for this week is paper piecing or paper piecing collage. Now, paper piecing is just a way of bringing a collage together using all kinds of patterned papers. It could be painty papers that you've made yourself, it could be scrapbooking paper, it could be book pages, pieces of map, it can be absolutely anything. And the idea is that we have some kind of template and we use patterned papers to build ourselves a collage. Now you can see here that I've got 2 illustrations. I've drawn these myself. I've got a very basic simple owl and I've also got a fox as well. These are going to be used as my templates. You could draw a flower, it could be any kind of bird, it could be a dog, it could be a cat, it could be absolutely anything. Now what I've done with these, I've drawn these onto just regular copier paper and I've popped them both through my photocopier and I've printed them out on 160 GSM cardstock, because what I'm going to do is cut these out and I'm going to use these as a template. Now I had to put these on high definition because when I first tried to print out the first page I couldn't see anything because I've only drawn these in just regular pencil. I did it in pencil because I'm not very good at drawing and I had to rub out a lot along the way until I got something that I was really happy with. But you know, if you're not happy with drawing, you can print a basic template out, you know, Google whatever image you want to use and just copy it, print it out on your copier. Now if you don't have a photocopier, you can always draw something straight onto cardstock and cut that out instead. So do whatever suits you. Now you can see here that I've cut my illustrations out. So take the owl for instance. I've cut this out. I haven't bothered with the eyes because I've got an idea of what I'm going to use for those, but of course you could do if you wanted to. You might want to print this out twice and have the eyes cut out separately. So I've got the top part here, the beak, the body, the wings. I haven't bothered with the feet. I've also got the branch here as well and the 2 leaves. And then where's it gone? Where's the fox? And then the fox, I've cut the ears. You could of course make it more simple and just do 1 triangle. I've got sort of like an inner triangle, as you can see. Then I've got the triangle on his face. The second part of his face. I've cut the eyes and his nose out separately. Then the ruffle, the fur on his neck, his body, his legs. I've cut his legs out separately. Here you can see this, just really simple shapes. And then his tail here is just in 2 parts. You could of course make it more simple and just do 1 part for the tail if you wanted to. So you know, you can make it as complicated or as easy as you like. It depends on how much time you want to spend paper piecing. Now the other thing you're going to need is some kind of papers to piece your collage together. I've got here some monoprints. These were the ones I made 2 or 3 weeks ago using plexiglass when we were doing the monoprinting without a gel plate. So I may well use these. You can also use origami paper or scrapbooking paper if you wanted to as well. These are some that I had from Tiger. I love these. I may well use these. I haven't decided yet, but you know, that's just a couple of suggestions to give you some ideas. You could of course do a monochromatic theme if you wanted to and use things like ledger paper, book pages, music paper and that kind of thing. So lots and lots of options. I'm going to start off with the owl and I've narrowed some of the papers down. I've got some of the monoprints that I did the other week. So here's some of these. I've also got some old gel prints as well, and the hardest thing has been trying to narrow it down as to which ones I'm going to use. In fact, actually I've just seen another one that I like as well, the Braille piece. I really like that as well. I think I'm going to stick with these 3 pieces here though. So the purple is going to be the head, so that's going to go there like that. So how do I need to do this? So I'm just going to draw around my template just using a pencil. What have I done with that pencil I was using a second ago? Why does everything vanish the second you turn the camera on? Right, I found it. So let me just make sure that I have definitely got pattern where I want it. And I'm just going to use my template to draw my shape. So just draw around it like this, and then I can fussy cut this out. And of course, you know, if I don't like the patterns once I've fussy cut everything, then I can choose something else. It's as simple as that. So that's my basic head shape. I'm going to cut the body from this piece of yellow here. So again, I'm just going to draw around this, and then I shall have the wings from the piece of pink, because that looks like feathers to me, or at least I hope it will by the time it's cut out. So I'm just going to draw around these and fussy cut them out, and as soon as I've done that, I'll be straight back. Now, I cut all the pieces out of my owl yesterday, and I also cut some purple ones as well, because I just couldn't decide whether I liked the pink or whether it looked a little bit busy. So I'm still undecided. I'm going to see which I prefer on the background, and I got completely carried away, hence I'm back the following day because I was busy making the eyes. Now, I'd originally thought I was going to use these were some embellishments I made when we were doing dot painting a couple of years ago, and I just thought these would make the most perfect whimsical eyes for my owl, but the colours just look way too busy for me. So last night I got completely carried away trying to, let me just grab them, make some coordinated ones that I thought would go better with my owl, and I pulled out 3 different colours. I pulled out these colours here, just craft acrylics, a yellow, a purple, blackberry, and storm cloud, which is an off-white, a white grey, and also some of my Nuvo drops as well in similar colours, so white, this lilac colour here, and a yellow. And that's exactly how I made these. Now, I'm not going to do a tutorial showing how I made these embellishments, because I've already got one that I did a couple of years ago. We did dot painting as one of the prompts in the Facebook group back in 2018, and this is one of the pages that I created. This was for my 2019 calendar, so I'll leave the link to this video here in the description box below for anybody who's interested in trying this out. You just need basic supplies, as I've already shown you, just some basic craft paints. If you want dimension like I've got here, then you can use some of the Nuvo drops or similar. You know, there are lots of different brands of these, and they just give a wonderfully textured surface, which I absolutely love, and then just something to make your marks with. Now, I was using crochet hooks. I've got these crystallites here which have a flat base, a flat bottom, and also some styluses. I've got a set of styluses as well which I was using, and that's all you really need. Very simple and easy to do. Now, the background I'm going to use for my owl is this one here. This is just a photocopy of it. These were the backgrounds I made for the mixed media experiments we were doing about 3 or 4 weeks ago. This was done with either acrylic paint, or I think this one actually was Bombay acrylics and isopropyl alcohol, where we were just layering different colours. This was just done on one of the Tate Modern boards. Absolutely love that. That is just absolutely gorgeous. So I'm hoping this will work well with my owl. I think the colours are lovely. But what I want to do is glue it down to a piece of paper first, piece it together onto a piece of paper so that I can then transfer it to my board. So I just need to decide which of the owl eyes is going to work best. These ones here are calling to me, not too busy. The colours work really well. I just think that looks so darn cute. Just need to decide whether I like the smaller circles. You see, I really like that actually. I think it's got to be those ones there, hasn't it? Yeah, I think those are going to be the eyes that I'm going to use for my owl. Oh, I just love that. Before I glue anything down, I just want to ink around the edges of the individual pieces. I'm going to use StazOn ink. Here we go, in royal purple. So let's take those off first. And I've got a piece of cut and dry foam here. I'm just going to ink around the edges of all of these just to take the whiteness away. This piece of cut and dry foam is a bit hard actually. Let me just find a softer piece, a piece of makeup sponge. So I'm going to ink around the edges of all of these just to frame them, and then we'll start gluing everything down. This is how my finished card is going to look. And so I've cut myself a branch out of some Japanese book paper, just a sheet out of this. I'm going to start off at the bottom, and all I've done with this is I've used some Distress ink in frayed burlap just to go over the top of it like this, just to darken it, just because it wasn't dark and tree-like enough. So that's all I've done with that, and I'm going to start, as I say, at the bottom and work my way up. So that's going to go there like that, and then I'm going to glue my my leaves on as well. So we'll have a leaf here like that, and then the other one is going to go there like that. I think I like how that looks. I think I'll glue this piece down here next, just to make sure that it's not too far away from the branch. Next we can glue on the head. This is just a bit like piecing a jigsaw puzzle together. I was going to glue it down to a piece of plain copier paper first, but I decided to glue it straight onto the background instead. Be brave. And again, you've just got to be careful just to make sure that you line the edges up on this really, really well. Where's my bone folder gone? So that's good. We can glue the beak down, make sure that I've got the beak in the right orientation. I think it's that way. Yes, it is. So we'll glue the beak down next. So the way to get it to look really neat and all your edges lined up is just to take your time and just make sure you've got the bits in the right places. So that's going to go there, like that. I like how that looks. And then of course the wings. Now of course I need to decide which wings I want to use. Do I want the pink ones or the purple ones? And of course this, I think now is the time to decide which ones I like best. So we've got the pink. You see, the pink does go really well with this background, but I still think that looks perhaps a little bit busy. Which way round do they go? I think it's, in fact, I think I've got them on the wrong side, haven't I? Yeah, there we go. So we could either have that or the purple ones. Decisions. I think it's the purple. I think the purple ones are calling out to me the most. What do you think? I wish you could tell me what you think. I'm almost done with my owl. I just want to add some feet, so I just need to decide where I want those to go. I'm just going to make a couple of marks. I've got a white jelly roll pen. There we go. And I'm going to use a ruler because I'll never get them straight otherwise. So we'll have one there, one there, like that. I can fill these in now that I've got my straight lines, and just thicken them up a bit if I want to. And then of course I can add some claws like this. 1, 2, 3. I love how that looks. Isn't that cute? And I think as well what I want to do is just add some whimsical stitching just around the beak, just here, not too much. I'm not going to do it everywhere, just on the beak, just because I think that's fun and goes really well with the whimsical eyes. Let me just, my pen's gone a bit weird. Here we go, that's better. I love how whimsical and cute that looks. Now I couldn't resist mounting this onto several different layers and adding some stitching as well. So let me just hold it up to the camera so that you can see. Can you see the stitching around the edge? I just love how cute that looks. I used the Arteza Grey sketchbook paper. You've seen me use this before. I love this stuff. I'll leave a link to this in the description box below. So that's what I mounted it on, and then popped it onto a piece of black cardstock as well. So I've got a lovely card. I just love that so much. And as for the eyes, oh my goodness me, I just can't tell you how beautiful they feel. The texture is just gorgeous. They're so tactile. So that's what they look like. Here's one of the pink ones that I decided not to use, and let me just hold it up to the camera so that you can hopefully see the texture. These are so easy to do. As I've said, I'll leave a link to a previous video not using the Nuvo drops, but if anybody wants me to do another video showing you how to make these super cute embellishments, then of course I'll gladly do it. So, you know, please do let me know in the link below, and if enough people say that they want me to do it, then I will do one. But I just love that. That's so cute. Now, of course, I said I was going to do a fox as well. I haven't even thought about the fox. I've got so many more paper piecing ideas buzzing around in my head that I'm going to do a second video. So I'll be back sometime next week to share some more ideas with you. So I'm going to leave it here. But, you know, I just hope that you like what I've done so far. So just to recap, the challenge this week is paper piecing. You can use jelly prints like I've used here. You can use collage papers, scrapbooking papers, anything you like. You know, there are just so many options for this. But if you've enjoyed my video this week, as always, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up. Do let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to go and check out and see what Kylie's been up to this week. Thanks for watching. Take care, everyone. And of course, I'll be back again soon with some more paper piecing ideas. Bye for now.